Hello and welcome back to another one of my Sims 4 speed building videos, and as you can see the start of this video is a little unusual as I've done it in more of a time-lapse like I used to do with my Sims 3 videos, and that's because I started building this build without the intention of it being one of my speed builds. I just wanted to experiment with how this idea would look and I really liked it, so instead of rebuilding the whole thing I just used the undo and redo buttons to make the build and film it, so that's why the start of the video looked a little different. But now you can see we're back to the normal process of just seeing what I did do to build this building, but sped up. So should I can't speak. I should explain what I'm building today, and actually the fact that I can't speak is related to it, because in one of my previous videos, it was the Windenburg Christmas Fair, I mentioned in it that I had put in a small coffee hut, only I didn't say coffee hut, I said coffee hat, and after talking about it with some friends, I decided that this was rather amusing, and so I have made this build, which is called the coffee hat, and decided I'm going to make it like a chain of coffee stalls, sort of like Starbucks or Costa. And I'm going to make one for each of the Sims world, but I decided to start with Windenburg as I had this idea to make it in like an old corn market building, and when I say corn market, I base it off a building that's fairly local to me, which used to be a corn market, and it's sort of this octagonal shape, and that was something really unique about this build, I thought, the fact that it's this sort of bizarre octagonal shape, but it's this old Tudor style, and you've got the main restaurant, or I don't know what you'd call it, cafe on the second floor, whereas on the ground floor you only have like a fast takeout place, or and a bar to get the coffee rather quickly. So that was a rather nice idea. Here you can see me just playing around with ideas for floor plan in this build. It was quite difficult actually working with the octagonal, and trying to get like a grand staircase that allowed for great capacities of people coming in and out, going up, and finding a place to put the coffee bar and everything, but I eventually managed it, and I'm really happy with how this build turned out. As I said, it's a really unique idea just to have this octagonal Tudor building, and it's got like these bows which stick out. You can see on the like north, south, east and west sides of the octagon, you can see there are bits that protrude out, and that I think just helps to break up the build, make it look less monotonous in style, and add more interest to the outside of the build. So you can see that I've now moved into furnishing this build. This is the sort of kitchen and serving area, the main kitchen and serving area of this build. So you've got the bars there and the cafe, or yeah, it's the like cafe bar that came with Get Together, got all the fancy coffee machines on it. And back here on the opposite side of this floor, I'm making like a small cozy area. I just wanted something different that wasn't like the rest of the fast food outlet. Just a nice place to come and sit and feel cozy. Well, maybe as it's reflecting with your warm cup of coffee, so I decided to put that in there. Then moving downstairs to the ground floor to put in the toilets, and I think I also move on to the grab and go section of the build. Yes, I'm doing it here. So you can see these arches on the ground floor. This is where another serving area is going to be. You order through the arches to the bars which are there, and I thought that was quite a fun idea too. So you look through the arch, utilising the architecture of this build for something positive that this chain has done. I'm just going to go around and decorate the rest of this room with some shelves and some stacked things that look like they could have been used to make coffee or cleaning. And this isn't the only kitchen, there's going to be one on the top of the build, near the top of the floor, and there's also like a staff communal room up there. So this lot actually has 4 floors, and that's including the top floor, and on the top floor there's roof access for members of staff, although of course that doesn't apply unless you lock the doors in your own game. So your Sims can go up to the top floor and have a look over Windenburg if they want. And this lot that I'm building it on, I can't remember what the lot is actually called. Actually no, I can, it's called Waterlock Redoubt. I'm not sure why it's called that, but it's the one in the like old town section of Windenburg, on the top of, I don't know if you'd call it the cliff, but it jets out into the water on the raised area of the town and has a great overview of the canal and the surrounding buildings. So I thought this was a great place for a building such as this, and it sort of nicely accents this part of the town rather than the weird little house that was here before. I think this fits much better. It also builds on the sense of community in the area, because in the front of it there's a park and a garden with a fountain, and then in the actual world section of this world, as compared to the lot, you've got the old clock, like standing clock, which I think really brings together this lot and makes it look more cohesive as part of the community area. Something that's quite annoying is that there isn't any ground tiles or ground spray that matches the rest of the style or colour of this area. I found that quite disappointing, but I just had to go with it, and it looks slightly different, so you can tell where the lot is, but that's my really only gripe with this. So you saw me furnishing the kitchen and the communal area upstairs. Now I'm going in and extending the foundation of this build, just to give a large area for this build to stand on. But I wanted to differentiate between the area outside of the build and the area inside of the columns. So I used a different floor tile on the outside. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I'm putting it in right now, and then I just changed the colour to get something that looks nice and works with the herringbone bricks that I used on the ground floor, which I really like. Gave it a nice rustic feel, sort of like it was used as a corn market, and you had all these vegetable matter lying on it, ready to be sold, but now it's sort of been cleaned and is still quite rustic looking, but fit for communal walking on and for serving of food. So just putting a fence around the outside of it, parts of it, just to sort of separate from the rest of the build. And now I'm just doing a fountain in the front, which I stick a big one of the actual fountains inside, and just go sort of over the top with the fountains, just because I thought it worked quite well in this what I described as communal part of the build. And just putting in some planters either side to put some trees in the front, just add a bit of greenery to this lot and make it stand out more than if it was just on its own all grey and brown. So it adds a splash of colour to the outside too. I think I also go around and put in benches and bins and also a flagpole, because I looked at the flagpole that came with Get Together, and it comes with some cool flag colours which I thought could be used to signify the coffee shop. And I also put one of the club seal items on the front of it, just to act as if it's the chain's icon. Experimented with putting fences around, but I didn't really like it, so I just ended up going with one of the balustrades at the top. So here you go on the images of the lots. You can see them going past fairly quickly, and you can see what I was talking about. It has a great view over the rest of the world, and it's got this really unique look of the top floor being much bigger than the ground floor, but it doesn't look impossible because it's got the columns on the bottom side. There you can see the sort of grab and go area, with only a couple of bar stools if people do want to just sit and meet or wait for friends downstairs. Coming into the main part of the cafe here, you can see there's the ordering area, and here's sort of the backstage area of it. I don't know what you'd call it in the cafe. The serving area, place for the people to serve would be. And here is the sort of cosy area in the rest of the shop. Put a guitar back there if people wanted to just pick it up and play it. Here's like the communal kitchen and the communal lounge area for members of staff at the top. I put some vending machines in there too. So just a final view of the outside of here, and then I'll just go and show you the floor plan so you can see the vast difference in floor sizes of this build. So I want to thank you all very much for watching. I am planning to do more coffee hat builds in the future. As I said, this is just the Windenburg one, but yeah, I'll try and get some more done in the future. So thank you all very much for watching once again, and goodbye.